If you have a pet dog or cat, you're familiar with one of the most diverse and fascinating groups of vertebrate animals, mammals. Sea lions, monkeys, elephants, horses, and people are all examples of mammals. What exactly are mammals? What are some of their characteristics? What are some of the different groups and types of mammals? And what makes mammals different from other groups of vertebrate animals? During the next few minutes, we're going to address these questions and others as we explore some of the fascinating features of the magnificent mammals. As you know, vertebrates are animals that have a backbone, made up of many vertebrae. There are several distinct groupings of vertebrate animals: fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Mammals possess several characteristics that distinguish them from other vertebrate animals. You observe. What covers the body of this animal? Hair. Mammals possess hair that covers a portion of or their entire body. Hair helps insulate the body and enables some animals to camouflage themselves. Mammals are also endothermic, meaning they maintain a relatively constant internal body temperature. These deer, for example, maintain a relatively constant internal body temperature even though the external air temperature is well below freezing. Endothermy enables animals to colonize extreme environments and be active at any time of day. Another characteristic of mammals is the presence of mammary glands. Female mammals have specialized glands called mammary glands, from which mammals derive their name. Mammary glands nourish young with milk that's rich in protein, fat, and carbohydrate. The milk we drink and use to cook is secreted by the mammary glands of cows. Aside from a relatively small number of egg-laying mammals, most mammals give birth to living young. Therefore, mammals differ from most other vertebrates that lay eggs. Let's take a closer look at some other characteristics of mammals. This white-tailed deer is capable of running at high speeds. Its well-developed musculoskeletal system enables it to run and jump gracefully. The term musculoskeletal system refers to the network of muscles and skeleton working together in the body. The musculoskeletal system in mammals is quite complex and well developed. Mammals possess an internal skeleton, or endoskeleton, that's made of bones located inside the body. The skeleton is designed for great flexibility and movement via the use of multiple joints. Most mammals have two sets of paired appendages. Dogs and horses, for example, have 4 legs, 2 hind legs, and 2 forelegs. But other mammals, such as monkeys, possess 4 limbs that are used as arms. In the case of marine mammals, such as this sea lion, the limbs have been modified for swimming in the form of flippers. You compare. Compare the shape of the human hand to that of the paw of this dog. Humans possess 4 fingers and an opposable thumb. The dog has short digits and no thumb. The structure of the human hand enables us to grasp things, play music, and manipulate objects. As a group, Mammals have the most well-developed brains in the animal kingdom. The cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, enables many mammals to carry out advanced forms of thinking and learning. The brain also coordinates highly developed sensory organs. While different mammals possess senses of taste, smell, sight, touch, and hearing, they vary in sensitivity. Dogs, for example, possess a sense of smell that's as much as 100 times more sensitive than that of humans. Rabbits have a keen sense of hearing. And bats have a specialized form of hearing that uses sonar to sense objects in the dark. To maintain a constant body temperature, endotherms need a great deal of energy. To help process large amounts of food, they have a well-developed digestive system with numerous specialized organs that efficiently break down and process food. Many mammals, such as elk, possess specialized teeth to help them tear grass and chew it. Differentiated teeth vary in size and shape and are designed to accommodate an animal's dietary needs. Humans, for example, possess chisel-like canines in the front of the mouth for biting and incisors for tearing. Flat, wide premolars and molars in the back of the mouth are used for grinding and chewing. You decide. How are differentiated teeth helpful? Differentiated teeth enable us to eat a wide variety of foods. In addition to large quantities of food, mammals also require an abundant supply of oxygen. To meet the oxygen demands of the body, mammals have well-developed lungs containing air sacs. Gas exchange occurs through blood vessels that line air sacs. A huge network of blood vessels carries oxygen and other substances throughout the body. Blood is pumped through this network by a well-developed four-chambered heart. The first mammals evolved about 200 million years ago from reptiles. Fossil evidence indicates the first mammals were small creatures that resembled modern-day shrews or mice, and they most likely ate insects. As dinosaurs died out about 65 million years ago, mammals began to proliferate. Many new species of mammals evolved. They spread out and adapted to new habitats. Mammals became the dominant class of vertebrates during the Cenozoic era, which is often referred to as the Age of Mammals. Today, there are over 5,500 species of mammals on Earth. These are categorized into three major groups. The monotremes, thought to be the first mammals, are unusual in that they lay eggs instead of bearing live young. All three living examples of monotremes live in Australia. Similar to birds and reptiles, the embryo is nourished by nutrients inside the egg. The duck-billed platypus, the most famous monotreme, lives in burrows along waterways and is an excellent swimmer. Marsupials, another group of mammals, number over 250 living species. Most marsupials live in Australia or nearby islands. Kangaroos and koalas are among the most familiar marsupials. Opossums are common marsupials that live in North and South America. Marsupial embryos develop in a shell-less egg inside the mother's body, where it's nourished by the yolk. Shortly after birth, the tiny hairless newborn crawls into a marsupial pouch where it nurses on mammary glands. About 95% of all mammals are placed in a group called placental mammals. Placental mammals are extremely diverse and inhabit not only land, but also water. Let's take a closer look at placental mammals. This calf was recently born. Within several hours, it could stand and take its first few steps. Its high level of development is not uncommon for many placental mammals. This is due to the fact that placental mammals are nourished by the placenta inside the mother for a relatively long period of time. The placenta is a structure that enables the exchange of vital nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and wastes between the mother and the embryo. The amount of time the embryo remains inside the mother's body is referred to as the gestation period. These and other features have enabled placental mammals to become diverse and quite successful. Most species of mammals belong to the group called placental mammals. There are at least 19 different orders of placental mammals. Let's take a quick look at some of them. The largest order of placentals is rodents, with over 2,200 species. Rodents are most often plant eaters, with chisel-like front teeth. Squirrels, chipmunks, rats, beavers, and mice are examples of rodents. These mammals play many important ecological roles, including serving as a source of food for many other animals. Rabbits, pikas, and hares are members of the order Lagomorphs, which include over 65 species. These mammals tend to eat leaves, grasses, and bark, and often have long hind legs adapted for jumping. The order Chiroptera, commonly known as bats, includes over 1,100 species. You decide. What makes bats unique among mammals? Bats are the only mammals that can fly. They're primarily nocturnal. Mammals that possess feet in the form of hooves are generally referred to as ungulates. Ungulates are divided into two groups. The order Artiodactyla have an even number of toes. Some examples include deer, antelope, elk, bison, pigs, camels, giraffes, and cattle. These animals are very important to humans, providing milk, meat, and other products. Perissodactyla are ungulates that possess an odd number of toes. Horses, zebras, and rhinoceroses are some examples. Ungulates tend to have flat teeth, enabling them to graze on plants. If you have a dog, you're familiar with mammals belonging to the order Carnivora. Most of the 275 species of carnivores are meat eaters. Bears, tigers, raccoons, coyotes, wolves, and dogs are examples of carnivores that possess teeth designed for crushing and grinding their food. Another order of mammals, primates, include apes, monkeys, and humans. Many species of primates live in trees. They have well-developed brains and an opposable thumb that enables them to grab and manipulate objects. While primates are considered to be the most intelligent order of mammals, some aquatic mammals rival their intelligence. Whales, dolphins, and porpoises are members of the order Cetacea. Using forelimbs modified as flippers and powerful tails, most are excellent swimmers. This is just a sampling of the wide array of mammals. During the past few minutes, we've examined some of the magnificent features of mammals. We began by discussing the fact that mammals have hair, feed their young with mammary glands, and are endothermic. Some of the basic body structures common to most mammals were highlighted. The early origins and evolution of mammals were briefly discussed. Next, the major groups of mammals were outlined, as well as some examples of mammalian orders. And finally, the life cycle of the major groups of mammals were discussed. Fill in the correct word to complete the sentence. Number 1. The bodies of most mammals are covered with. Number 2. Mammalian young consume milk from the mother via glands. Number 3. Animals have a relatively constant body temperature. Number 4. Many mammals contain differentiated, designed to meet their dietary needs. Number 5. Mammals evolved from. Number 6. Are a small group of egg-laying mammals. Number 7. Care for their young in an external pouch. Number 8. About 95% of all mammals are mammals. Number 9. Humans are in the order. And number 10. The period is the amount of time an embryo remains in the mother before birth.